After all the drama, the messy love stories, and the heartbreaking losses, and just like that, season 3 finally gives Carrie Bradshaw what she deserves, a moment where she stands strong on her own, not defined by a man, but as a successful, powerful woman. The latest episode is more than just another twist in Carrie's romantic life. It's a loud and clear reminder of who she really is and always has been. Let's be honest. The reboot of Sex and the City hasn't exactly made everyone happy. Carrie has often felt like a shadow of the bold, quirky, and opinionated woman we knew in the original series. Fans complained that in And Just Like That, she stopped making choices and just let things happen to her. But finally, in episode 10 of season 3, something changes. This episode doesn't just fix Carrie's recent portrayal. It makes her shine again. Remember when the show shocked everyone by killing off Mr. Big in the very first episode? That was supposed to be the start of Carrie's new chapter, but instead, we spent an entire season watching her deal with grief and loss. It felt heavy, long, and emotionally draining, not exactly what people expected after waiting so many years. Then came Aidan, the man from her past, offering another chance at love. But instead of a romantic fairy tale, their relationship this time around was filled with stress, compromises, and Carrie constantly trying to hold it together. Aidan wasn't the dream guy everyone hoped he'd be. Instead, his emotional baggage and pushy ways drained Carrie, and their relationship became toxic. In episode 10, Carrie finally says, enough. She breaks up with Aidan and chooses herself instead of clinging to a man who can't give her what she needs. It's a powerful moment because this is when we see Carrie come back to life. Not the one just existing in the reboot, but the original, fierce Carrie Bradshaw. And what makes this comeback even better? She's not returning for a man, but for her career. Carrie's always been a writer, but this episode places her talent right in the spotlight. For the first time in a long time, her story isn't about her being someone's girlfriend or grieving widow. It's about her being a creative force. She starts writing fiction, a big leap for someone known for her columns and essays, and she throws herself into it. Even though her writing is somewhat tied to her budding connection with Duncan Reeves, it doesn't take away from the fact that she is once again passionate about something for herself. Carrie reminds us all that she's not just good at writing. She's great. She casually drops the fact that she's a 7-time best-selling author. That's huge. This is the side of Carrie that sometimes got buried under all the brunches and boy troubles. Eat the side that built a career from nothing, who turned her thoughts into a publishing empire. It's no coincidence that the moment she dumps Aidan, her creativity surges. She starts writing with a spark we haven't seen in a long time. Her energy is back, and more importantly, she's finally putting herself first. In the past, Carrie often lost herself in relationships. She changed her clothes, her tone, even her dreams to fit into someone else's world. But in episode 10, she chooses not to shrink anymore. She almost wears a boring gray suit to a literary party, something safe and subtle. But then she finds a dramatic, over-the-top Vivienne Westwood dress, the kind of outfit only Carrie Bradshaw can pull off, and she goes for it. She wears it not to impress Duncan, but because it reflects who she is. This isn't just about fashion, though. The outfit represents her stepping back into her own identity after being molded by Aidan for too long. She's no longer trying to tone herself down. She wants to be seen and heard, not just as a woman in love, but as an artist, a woman with something to say. And the literary world loves her for it. Everyone is starstruck by her presence. People admire her not just for her looks, but for her voice and impact. Then there's Duncan, the charming new character who's not just a love interest, but someone who sees Carrie for who she really is. Carrie is clearly attracted to him, but it's deeper than looks. He sees her as smart. That sounds simple, but it's a huge deal. Carrie confesses to her friend Seema that Duncan is the first man who's ever seen her as intelligent before anything else. Most of the men in her life, even Berger, saw her as sexy, cute, or stylish. But Duncan sees the brain behind the beauty. And yes, by the end of the episode, Carrie and Duncan sleep together. But this time, it's not about chasing love or proving something. It's about choosing what she wants on her own terms. There's no desperation, no people pleasing. She knows her worth as a woman and a writer, and she's taking control of her life again. The beautiful thing is, Carrie doesn't need Duncan's approval. She already has her own. Her self-worth isn't based on whether Duncan loves her back. It's based on what she knows she can do. After all the heartbreak, loss, and personal changes, Carrie Bradshaw finally feels like she's in charge again. She's not the sad widow, not the struggling girlfriend, and not the sidekick in her own life. She's the main character, the best-selling author, the woman who walks into a room and commands attention, not just for her outfit but for her presence. This is the Carrie fans have been missing. The Carrie who took risks, made mistakes, but never let herself become small. This version of Carrie knows that real love starts with loving yourself, and that your most important relationship isn't with a man. It's with your passion, your talent, and your voice. And just like that, Season 3, Episode 10 isn't just a turning point for Carrie. It's a redemption arc for the entire show. It proves that the reboot can get it right. It proves that women like Carrie don't have to be stuck in old patterns forever. They can grow, change, and rise again, stronger and more radiant than ever.